Petersburg as the chairman of the Atomic Energy Commission in 1964. I've followed these issues of non-proliferation and nuclear power since then, and I'm kind of disappointed in what's going on today, and including what's been spoken at this panel. If we think we have problems now with nuclear energy, if we don't have cooperation, international cooperation among all nations in developing nuclear power over the next 20 to 30 years, we are going to have one hell of a problem in this world, and then we will really have to worry about nuclear terrorists, because the fossil fuel age is rapidly coming to an end. And in 20 or 30 years, with 1 billion Chinese trying to drive automobiles and a lot of other things going on like that, we are going to have a terrible energy problem, and the economic pressures and political pressures on all countries will be very great. And I think that India is on the right track. I think we should go ahead and have cooperation in any way with any country that wants to develop nuclear power, whether it's using plutonium, breeder reactors, thorium, or any other way they can develop nuclear power. As long as that power is clean and there are safeguards, I think we have a lot more to worry about than the proliferation of nuclear weapons. Countries also that have nuclear power will tend to have more self-esteem, and they will have less developing terrorists and more developing scientists and education, and we'll all be better off if we move ahead with nuclear power in that way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Should we make children do their homework?
A question right there?
My name is Vijay Nilekani, and my question is, until the 3 Mile Island accident happened, all the US reactors were like little silos, and one of the reasons the accident happened and the lessons learned from it was cooperation, sharing of safety practices, benchmarking, trying to do the right thing collectively through the synergy of different people. I think if we create nuclear ghettos, whether it's in India or Pakistan or Romania or wherever, I think the nuclear safety issue to me is almost as compelling as proliferation. I mean, we could be all focused on proliferation, and we might have a bad accident somewhere in the world because they don't have the latest technology or they don't have the best safety practices or things like that. And that doesn't seem to figure at all in the policy world, because I mean, this is a policy town. Everybody looks through the prism of strategy or politics or economics, but really nuclear safety is a real issue, and I think it's a compelling issue that we have to figure a way to make sure plants are safe regardless of the bigger proliferation issues.
I'm happy you raised that question. India has CANDU type of reactors, and a CANDU reactor, there is a cooperative union. Canadians, Indians, and the South Koreans, they meet periodically and discuss about the problems of CANDU reactor. This, if the light water reactor comes in, this has to be extended for the light water reactor as well. But in spite of all these embargoes and so on, nuclear safety cooperation between Canada, India, and others who have been using the CANDU have been on the upswing, actually.
Can I add?
Please.
I'd just like to add to that as well. I agree that nuclear safety is fundamentally important, and I'll speak for myself. The fact that I didn't focus on it doesn't mean that I don't think it's important and needs to be given real priority attention. And I'll just remind you that one of the comments I made about why I think this deal has some very beneficial aspects is that I think it can help enhance safety cooperation, among other types of cooperation. I talked about prying the lid off of the Department of Atomic Energy and enabling it to have better transparency and better oversight, and that applies to the safety realm as well. So thank you for your point.
I'd like to ask, before turning the floor over to Prakash for the last words, if any of the panelists would like to say anything before we do that. In that case, Prakash?
I would like to one more time